Diary of a Wimpy Kid, page number 4. Today is the first day of school, and right now we're just waiting around for the teacher to hurry up and finish the seating chart. So I figured I might as well write in this book to pass the time. 这里有两个比较有趣的表达，一个是 I figured， 就是我们在说我在想，我相信这种类似的话的时候，我们比较习惯的说法是 I think, I thought, I believe， 但是我们很少会用 figure 这个词。figure 它在这里也是这个意思，就是和这个 believe, think 基本上是可以通用的。还有一个就是 pass the time， 这个就是打发时间的意思。好，下面 By the way, let me give you some good advice.On the first day of school, you got to be real careful where you sit. You walk into the classroom and just plunk your stuff down on any old desk, and the next thing you know, the teacher is saying, I hope you all like where you're sitting, because these are your permanent seats. 这里面我不太认识的这个词是 plunk your stuff down. 我问了 Stella， 她跟我说 plunk 就是很用力的把东西往下面一放，就是这样子的意思，可以听到这个声音就有点像 plunk 这样子的声音，所以它这个词就是这样用的。So in this class, I got stuck with Chris Hosey in front of me and Lionel James in back of me. Jason Brill came in late and almost sat to my right, but luckily I stopped that from happening at the last second.Next period, I should just sit in the middle of a bunch of hot girls as soon as I step in the room. But I guess if I do that, it just proves I didn't learn anything from last year. 这里有很多比较有趣的表达，就是一般我们说这个说一个女孩很有魅力，我们比较喜欢说 attractive， 说她很漂亮，会说她 beautiful 或者 pretty。但是我在这边听的更多的，大家就会直接说 hot girls， 不是说她很热，就是说看上去很火辣，很有吸引力的这个意思。还有一个地方就是他这边Greg 在说 It just proves I didn't learn anything from last year。 你可以看到他下面的这个配图很有意思，这个就是说他去年他得到一个什么教训呢？他这里就说有一个女孩在给另外一个女孩递纸条，因为她坐在他们的当中所以这个女孩就说 Greg, will you please pass this note to Shelley? Greg 说 Why? Suddenly, 嘿嘿。然后他拿到这个纸条打开就看了，里面写的就是 Greg is a dog， 所以他就知道这些女孩在说他这个是一个有点蠢笨的一个人这个 dog 的意思就是有一点像 idiot， 就说他有点像一个笨蛋这种类似的意思，所以他去年学到的这个 lesson 就是坐在这些女孩当中就会知道自己在这些女孩心中的地位不怎么样。Man, I don't know what is up with girls these days. It used to be a whole lot simpler back in elementary school. The deal was if you were the fastest runner in your class, you got all the girls. 这里说这个 elementary school 在美国和加拿大这个 elementary school 所指的年级是有点不一样的。可能跟国内也有点区别。这个书的作者他是在美国的，在美国的话 elementary school 一般是指从 K 到5年级，就是 kindergarten 到5年级。美国很多地方幼儿园是1年的，我们加拿大这边一般 elementary school 是从 kindergarten 到8年级也就是说 kindergarten 我们这边一般是 kindergarten 我们这边是2年，然后加上8个年级，差不多小学就是一共有10年是会在一个小学里面读的。美国那边小学是6年，是从幼儿园一直到5年级，然后从6年级到8年级叫做 middle school， 就是6、7、8、3年，接下来9、10、11、12 4个年级叫做 high school 这边和就是教育体系可能会有一些不一样。And in the 5th grade, the fastest runner was Ronnie McCoy. Nowadays, it's a whole lot more complicated. Now it's about the kind of clothes you wear or how rich you are, or if you have a cute butt or whatever. And kids like Ronnie McCoy are scratching their heads wondering what the heck happened. The most popular boy in my grade is Bryce Anderson. The thing that really stinks is that I have always been into girls, but kids like Bryce have only come around in the last couple of years. 这个地方也有几个比较好的表达，一个就是在比较的时候，我们都知道说有一点点会说 a little bit more complicated。那如果比较的时候想说比另外一个东西要难很多，我们一般会说 much more， 但这边它有一个不一样的表达，就是 a whole lot more complicated。大家可以用一下。还有一个比较有趣的这个句式就是这个 The thing that really stinks is blah blah blah。 这个 stinks 这个词原来是指有点臭，发出臭味所以但这个地方并不是指它真的发出臭味，而是指这件事情有点糟糕有点不怎么好。 The thing that really stinks is that 令人觉得很糟糕的事情是什么呢？后面这一句话也是比较难理解的，虽然字词都很简单。 I have always been into girls, but kids like Bryce have only come around in the last couple of years。首先说be into someone， 这个并不是这个的意思。 be into someone 的意思就是说我很喜欢女孩子，也就是说 Greg 他说他从小到大一直都是很喜欢女孩子的。But kids like Bryce have only come around in the last couple of years。 这是什么意思呢？是说像 Bryce 这样的男孩，他只有到最近了才发现自己是喜欢女孩子的，之前就是一直是不把女孩子放在眼里，甚至是和他们作对的。我们看下去就明白了。I remember how Bryce used to act back in elementary school。 大家看一下这个插图，这个 Bryce 就是左边的这个，他说什么呢？他说 Girls are stinky poos。 poo 是什么呢？ poo 就是就是我们说这边小孩子说上厕所是这样说的， p 就是代表小号， poo 就是说大号，所以这个 Bryce 就把女孩子比作这个臭烘烘的大号所以他就一直不把女孩子放在眼里。然后我们看右边的 Greg 是怎么反应呢？他说的是 I don't think girls are stinky poos， 说明他就是一直在为女孩子说话的那个种类，所以他就会比较受女孩子欢迎。But of course, now I don't get any credit for sticking with the girls all the time。这里一个比较好的词组是 get any credit for。这个意思就是说，它是什么意思呢？就是说我很努力的做了一些事情，是不是有得到应该得到的那一部分，那些好处？就我很努力的做一些事情，有没有得到我应该得到的功劳？就是 get any credit for。Like I said, Bryce is the most popular kid in our grade, so that leaves all the rest of us guys scrambling for the other spots. The best I can figure is that I'm somewhere around 52nd and 53rd, most popular this year. But the good news is that I'm about to move up one spot because Charlie Davis is above me, and he's getting his braces next year. Braces 这个词大家可能不太熟悉，它就是箍牙，说小孩子一般到了这个他这个11、12岁吧，可能就要去箍牙了。I try to explain all this popularity stuff to my friend Rowley, who is probably hovering right around the 150 mark, by the way, but I think it just goes in one ear and out the other with him. 这个地方和中文很神奇的对应上，就是左耳朵进右耳朵出。It just goes in one ear and out the other with him. 但是这个用法是用 it 放在前面，然后后面加 with somebody， 和我们这个中文的顺序句式的顺序还是有些不一样的。好，接下来我就要试着来复述一下了。Alright, now it's the retelling part. So today I'm going to use these expressions. The first one is figure, 就是 think 和这个 believe 的同义词。Next one is pass the time, 打发时间。接下来一个是 plunk your stuff down on something， 很重的，啪嗒把东西弄得掉在桌子上。好，下一个是 a whole lot more complicated。第五个是 the thing that really stinks is that blah blah blah。好，再接下来是 braces， 就是这个牙套。再接下来是 it just goes in one ear and out the other with him， 一个耳朵进一个耳朵出的意思。 Now it is the retelling part. So today is the first day of school, and Greg figured it's a good time to write his diary because he has nothing to do but write a diary to pass the time. From last year's experience, he decided not to plunk his stuff down on any old desk so that this spot will become his permanent seats later on. And the other thing he has learned from past experience is that you'd better not to sit among all the hot girls because you probably will receive the notes between them regarding some bad words about yourself, which will make yourself embarrassed. And the popularity among girls in school are becoming different as time goes by. When girls are young, they just follow the boys who can run fastest among all the other people. But when they grow older, the thing is becoming a whole lot more complicated. Now they're focusing on if a boy is rich and what he is wearing, or if he has a cute butt or whatever. So before, the most popular boys in elementary school is Ronnie McCoy, who is the fastest boy in the class. Now the most popular boy is Bryce. I'm not sure the reason. The thing really stinks is that Greg can only rank around 52 to 53 in the popularity list. But he's happy that he might go up one rank because one of the boys is going to have braces this year. And Greg has talked about all the popularity issues with his best friend Rowley, and it turns out it just goes in one ear and out the other with him. Alright, that's all for today. What do you think? Did I make any progress, or I'm just stay the same as last day?